Hi everyone, welcome to RaceRoom. We're here at the proper layout of Hockenheim, the classic version, the big long straights as it should be. We're of course here looking at the RaceRoom graphics overhaul update from last night. But we can't look at that update without looking at the new content that we got, which is the DTM 1995 cars. And in a word, it's just awesome. Just proper touring car action, wheel to wheel. I actually got lost last night racing the AI. Was up way past my bedtime. Doing various races against them because I love these cars. They're so much character, they're boxy, they've got big wings, they look mental. Not like modern race cars which look very similar and all round and horrible. These things just look fantastic, the flames belching out of them. I think as well this era of touring car, you look at the roster of drivers, that made it as well. A lot of ex-F1 guys in the late 80s and early 90s, Keke Rosberg and Magnussen, JJ Leto, Lorena, Nannini. So a heap of familiar names mixed in with some young up-and-comers who would make their name eventually. Guys like Giancarlo Fisichella, Dario Franchitti are in this series as well. So we used to be able to watch this stuff here in Australia back in the day. We've got highlights which I would tape on the old VHS system. I tape this and British touring car stuff as well. We get them highlights late at night. They're just iconic cars, iconic liveries and iconic circuits. I mean, Hockenheim here is looking absolutely fantastic, and RaceRoom doing what it does best. It shines in the retro stuff, retro touring cars, Group C, Group 5, retro open wheel stuff. They're just some fantastic early 90s Formula 1 cars as well. Screaming V10 and V12. So, like I said, RaceRoom doing what it does best in the retro space. As the AR gets a bit messy there, can we go up the inside? We probably can. But of course, as good as these cars are in this update is, we are talking about the graphics update here today, so we have to speak about that. And there's a bit of debate as to what to call it. Is it a graphics overhaul? Is it just a reshade? And the truth is, it's probably somewhere in the middle. So we are still using DirectX 9, and that will put people off straight away and think it's going to look rubbish, but it doesn't. So what they've done is really looked at the ambience and everything around racing, and those little details like the lighting and the reflections, and they've all been updated because RaceRoom before was, I think, very flat looking, I would call it. It had that horrible yellowy green palette to it, and of course that's the biggest thing you notice straight away is the colours and just the overall colour palette. Much more natural lighting. Then you add in things like the new shadows, the new road surfaces, the new reflections. So you'll see obviously reflections coming from the car there with the side windows and just the car in general. You see the sun moving across the cars, moving across your dash there. You can see where my windscreen wiper is there. The sun just interacting with the dash. And so those little things which what make the immersion better. It's not necessarily new whiz-bang graphics or having more things in the tracks, because the tracks are essentially the same. So when you drive around, you'll see the same signage, the same grandstands, the same textures essentially are there. They just look better because they're reflected properly and shadowed properly as well, which makes a huge difference. So you just bump the AI a little bit there. Sorry about that. And even things I've just noticed, like the dirt they're coming on my screen, it's building up as we're going around. So those little touches, I said this isn't going to look like, say, Automobilista 2, which is probably the best looking game of the modern simulators out there, or even Assetto Corsa with obviously with Sol and CSP. When that's set up really nicely, they're probably the best looking sims out there. But it certainly looks better than R Factor, for example, which is also showing its age, as we almost get belted there by the Alpha. I mean, R Factor 2 can look really good as well with official content, not so much with the mods. I think it's very much neck and neck for me with RF2 and RaceRoom at the moment. Because RaceRoom got its huge physics update back in January. I've had a lot of comments from people saying, oh, it's only a graphics update, but what about the physics? But the physics have been done back in January of this year. The tyre model is superb, the force feedback is excellent. It doesn't need any improvement in that. What's holding it back is the graphics and transitional weather. The day-night running, rain. And that stuff may come. I've heard little rumblings that sort of stuff is definitely coming. They're just trying to work on unlocking this current engine and getting some better things out of it. So hopefully they can. I think RaceRooms has got such good potential to increase its player base. It's very low here in Australia. They really have only one group that sort of has a regular RaceRoom meetings. Apart from that, it's pretty dead. We have to race the Europeans, because the thing is too, RaceRoom, you remember, it has the absolute best netcode of all the simulators. So when you're racing online, even me racing against Europeans or Americans whenever I get the chance to, the racing is very good. You can race very, very close together without having those netcode issues that affect other games. You know, you might be on your screen several feet away from somebody, but you end up punting them off. In RaceRoom, it's all, you get nice and close to the guys in front of you and have some real proper racing. So got the best netcode, the best force feedback and best tyre model, combined with a fairly decent looking graphics engine now. Because I mean, this is perfectly acceptable. Yeah, it'd be fantastic to have some rain and some proper nighttime running. It'd be great to run around Nordschleife in the dark, of course, but we've got to be grateful for what we've got. I think at the moment it just looks awesome. And the good thing with RaceRoom too, guys, you can try all the content for free. They have a system where you can jump on, try any car and track combination that you like for free, and you have as long as you need to decide, before you put your hard-earned money down, if you want to do that. So there's some free content, of course, but also a lot of paid content, and it is fairly expensive. I'm lucky I own all the content already. I just have to add the DTM content that I wanted. But you can try everything for free, and that's a really, really good thing. It's definitely worth coming in with a fresh set of eyes and an open mind. Jump on and try RaceRoom for free. You can't try these cars for free, they are part of the paid DLC, but you can certainly try plenty of other stuff on RaceRoom. Maybe in some of the other DTM cars from other eras, maybe part of the free stuff as well. So yeah, definitely no better time to jump on and try out RaceRoom. New graphics overhaul, looks fantastic. These cars are awesome. And that's the race done. Thanks guys for watching, as always, and take care.